right, now
with us now, Obama senior strategist Robert Gibbs. Robert, so good to see you.
Hey, Robert, how you doing?
Good morning, guys. How are you guys?
His salary must be going up. Look how good he's looking.
I think he got a raise.
He still loves the fifth kid joke.
Yeah.
He does love the fifth
He got a new
joke.
tie.
Right, yeah.
I'm so glad for you.
Mickey,
all right,
go ahead.
let's talk about Bill Clinton.
Thank you.
Because obviously now he has a role in the convention that's been released. Why wouldn't the campaign have released that before this whole dust-up that we've been reporting on this week? The dust-up that David Axelrod yesterday seemed to be blaming on the reporter who interviewed Bill Clinton, who could not say whether or not Barack Obama is fit to be president.
Well, the Constitution.
Robert?
Look, we haven't released a lot of details for the convention. We've got to have some news to make next week. So we'll release a full schedule of who's speaking. But the notion that a former president just got added recently to the convention schedule, I think, is a little bit of a laughable idea. If it's not the reporter who did the interview's fault, look, I think this is a nice little cable TV drama before the opening ceremonies of the Olympics.
Nice You've got a former president of the United States,
You're
Robert, who will not say that your candidate is qualified to be president of the United States, which is what his wife said during the campaign, that your candidate didn't pass the commander-in-chief test. You can't blame this on the media.
No, look, it's a primary, and a lot of people say things during a primary. I mean, how many times have you had Mitt Romney on in his little tryout for vice president, and what did he and McCain say about each other? And he may pick Mitt Romney to be his vice president. I mean, come on. It's a primary, and we understand it's a primary.
You are Robert.
I'm going on vacation. I'm excited.
He is excited.
Little tryout. I'll have to ask Mitt about that. Robert, though, you're saying all along Bill Clinton was scheduled to have a role, and there wasn't a negotiation. There wasn't any issue between the Clintons and the Obamas, and this is all made up cable drama.
I would agree 110% with that.
All right, very good, very good. All right, so we had Nicola Wallace on.
I mean,
we had your friend Nicola Wallace on earlier this morning, and we were talking back and forth. They're hitting back from a DNC charge that John McCain and Exxon are actually running on the same ticket in 2008. They are quoting statistics, which MSNBC First Read is now quoting, that says that Chevron employees and Exxon employees have actually given more to Obama than McCain. How do you respond?
Look, as you said in the last segment, there's two oil men in the White House, and quite frankly, what John McCain is doing is hoping to extend the oil influence in the White House 4 more years. If you look at his energy policy, it's bought and paid for by CEOs of big oil companies, and that's who he'll listen to on energy policy. But, we can't afford 8 more years of the same old thing.
Why are people in the oil industry giving him the money then?
Yeah.
It seems to me if they support the oil industry and McCain is going to be a third term of George Bush, why wouldn't they give the money to McCain?
Look, if you go back and look, he did a speech where he unleashed his energy plan. He did it in Houston, Texas. Anybody that's been to Houston, just look up. You'll see the big buildings. One of them used to be Enron, but most of them are the big oil companies. And after that speech, $1 million came from the oil industry after he unveiled his energy plan. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out exactly who would be calling the shots in a McCain White House as it relates to the oil industry.
But this is what I don't understand. In the 2005 energy bill, your candidate actually voted for tax cuts for oil companies. John McCain didn't. And there was that horrific Republican bill that the White House was pushing. Why would Obama support tax cuts for oil companies in the middle of an energy crisis?
Well, he spoke out against the tax breaks for oil companies.
But he voted for them.
What that bill did, but hold on. But what that bill did, and he said this isn't a perfect bill, that if he could write this bill completely, that he wouldn't give any subsidies to the oil and gas companies. But what that bill was a historic investment in alternative energy, the largest investment in wind and solar power that this country has ever seen. It was a bipartisan effort of Democrats and Republicans that passed the Senate and the House by big margins. But look, Joe, if you have John McCain or somebody on his campaign on your show or talking into a camera that says we support wind power, we support solar, we support alternative energy, we support alternative fuels, he voted against the single largest investment in all of those things in our country's history. And you have to ask yourself, what's he really going to do if he gets in the White House? I think there's a lot of happy talk about alternative energy because he thinks that's what he has to say. He doesn't believe in it, and he's voted against it throughout his career in the Senate.
All right, good to know. Robert Gibbs, you're looking good, brother. Where are you going on vacation?
I'm actually going. I'm going with him today to Hawaii. My family is arrived there last night. My son is very excited. He called me on Wednesday and asked me if are there candy stores and popsicles in Hawaii.
I'm just glad the campaign's finally taking care of you.
Yeah,
Robert.
you really need to be taken care of.
We fun going here.
We spent a lot of wintry nights in Iowa, New Hampshire, so this seems like a pretty good deal.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what,
Aloha.
and your family obviously has, and your son has sacrificed a lot, hasn't seen Dad.
Yeah.
I know there's
He
going to be
has.
a great time for him. Have fun out there. Enjoy your family.
Thank you, Robert.
Thanks,
God bless
guys.
you for all your